right, here she is, big-time feel. No surprise there, the UFC Hall of Famer and former women's bantamweight champion, the great rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey is a box office hit. Every time her name sits atop the marquee, the stars come out.
Yes.
From her UFC debut with the quick submissions to Jean LaBelle standing next to the octagon with the timer. Everything was always a spectacle, and Ronda had the skills to back it up.
I remember being at weddings and bar mitzvahs back in 2011, getting texts from guys like Sean Shelby. Dude, you got to see what Ronda Rousey just did. And it didn't take her long to enter the mainstream, successfully defended the title several times. Ronda Rousey back and perhaps with a point to prove here tonight. Ronda Rousey ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. All right, so Amanda Nunes all smiles as she makes the walk here yet again. That was a total domination of Juliana Pena midway through 2022 to get her title back. 50-43, by the way, on one of those judges' scorecards.
That's absolutely incredible. I mean, that is a 7-point scorecard. You don't see those very often in mixed martial arts, but I believe that fight warranted that score, and it showed who Amanda Nunes is whenever she's firing on all cylinders. She can do it all. She's a fantastic grappler, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. She has tremendous power, and her striking looked fantastic on that night. She's as good as they come, and I cannot wait to see what she does in the octagon tonight.
And she's not resting on her laurels, right? She left American Top Team. You see Roger Crawl among those in her corner, but at this stage of her career, she feels like she's getting better, and that could be problematic for the opposition here tonight. All right, without further delay, let's get you tonight's tale of the tape. Here is Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Rowdy Ronda Rousey! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Amanda the Lioness Nunes!
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon.
Good.
All right, so here we go, folks. Yes, Ronda Rousey is back as round one of the rematch with Amanda Nunes is now underway. It's been all title fights for Rousey in the UFC, and farm life was getting old. She's back on the big show tonight.
She's back because she's a person that loves to have something to try to accomplish. She has a mountain to try to climb to change the result of the first fight. Amanda Nunes ensures that nothing will be different.
Here's the kick, blocked by Rousey. Ooh, pretty good uppercut. Oh, big head kick there. All right, so with immediacy, the jiu-jitsu fighter closes the distance and gets her to the clinch. Oh, how about the judo toss there? Judo 101.
In the half guard.
Nunes getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. She's trying to pass the guard here. Ooh, unable to do so. Nice denial by the bottom fighter.
Great recognition in the grappling transitions. Way to maintain that guard. Beautiful shot lands to the leg there.
Oh, and there's another combination. She's turning this into a sparring session. Just high volume, and her opponent's got to make some adjustments.
Opponent has to make adjustments, but she has to interrupt those combos. When she gets going into her combination, opponent needs to interrupt that. When she is this free-flowing, it is very difficult to deal with.
Short uppercut in the clinch by Nunes.
Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand to get very active.
Oh, lands a nice straight. Well, Amanda Nunes has the hands going early. The American top team corner certainly approves. Conan Silvera, Dean Thomas. Maybe the best shot she's thrown tonight. Her opponent took.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here. Pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stunned. But we see this all the time, right? If you don't close the deal when you have that opportunity, your opponent's back in the fight could potentially win.
Especially with this opponent. This opponent's so dangerous all the time. It does not matter that she hurt her before. She's going to have to close the door if she gets her hurt again.
Well, Rousey's swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues. Oh, good series of punches by her there.
She's in her zone. She's flowing right now. Beautiful defense. Nice block.
Rousey going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range.
Ooh, big shot lands.
Just over 2 minutes, round one. All right, so Nunes' cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. There's that body shot.
Oh!
Well, no feeling out process for her here tonight. She has stayed technical, but really a more aggressive approach than we have seen from her in the past. Well, Rousey's nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area. Nice kick to the body. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown, D? Big knee there.
When you're in the clinch, you go to the body. That's an investment. You keep on putting that money away with every single body shot.
Well, she lands the strike there, but safe to say, DC, not necessarily one for the highlight reel.
No, not her best punches, but what do you imagine? What do you think is going to happen when you throw everything in your arsenal early in the fight?
Nunes' eye starting to swell now. Rousey's back inside control here. All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success in this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
All right, so a storyline developing. You see a cut has been opened around her eye.
She's got a cut on her eye. She's been getting hit in that same spot. The cut's nothing too big right now, but if she doesn't protect it, it'll get a lot worse.
Round two is next. All right, so there's the horn indicating the end of the round. We will keep an eye on this cut. You see the cut man racing in there. Cut, it looks like it's on the bridge of the nose. He'll try to shut that thing and prevent it from being a factor for her here. Well, I'm just not sure how many more strikes she can take to that swollen area as they attend to her. We'll get you some replays.
Not many, J.A. She's in trouble. It's damaging, and every time another one lands on that type of swelling, it feels like a jolt of lightning through your face. She has got to move her head. She's got to be...
Ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Well, how impressive is this young woman? High volume of strikes in the previous round and picking up exactly where she left off here and not really showing any signs of slowing down. She looks like she could go 10 hard fives tonight if need be. And now leather being thrown on both sides. Oh, lands a hip toss now. That uppercut appeared to find its home. Rousey gets touched by that kick there.
Another punch to the head.
Nunes gets caught by that straight hand. Well, we haven't really seen her famed jiu-jitsu game just yet, but of course, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and she has realized a ton of success with her striking here tonight.
Every day, you have to get better. 1%, they say, as an athlete.
Fire there, DC, and now her opponent maybe seeing stars at this point.
Her opponent's seeing stars. Her opponent's hurt. She has to really get after her now and try to find that kill shot that's going to finish the night. Her defense is holding up. She blocked that punch.
Well, this is one of the more active rounds we have seen all night long. Both of these women have realized success with the striking, and both seem dancing. Nunes has got the head. Let's see if she can finish off this guillotine attempt.
That guillotine is very tight.
Oh, somehow she gets out.
I thought it was over. I thought it was over, but that's one thing you know. Never underestimate these fighters in their submission defense.
All right, so just as we saw in the previous round, she is realizing a lot of success with her kickboxing game tonight, and you can see the confidence growing with every strike landed.
It's overwhelming for her opponent to be in there with her when she's in this flow state. She's so good at everything she's doing that now the activity is starting to pick up. If she can continue to fight in this way, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight gets finished.
All right, so Nunes is going for an arm here.
Arm in very tight. She got out again.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
All right, so her submission attempt is denied yet again. She's going to keep going for it, but the defense has held up every step of the way thus far.
She has to keep going for it. Because if she wants a chance, she's got to keep trying to throw up submission. Unfortunately, she is trying to submit one of the best grapplers in the division. She gets in very close and gets in semifinal.
Fruit shot by her there, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effective. That was lightning fast, that right hand. Oh!
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
Bad.
Oh!
Oh, that's big.
Well, she's got a good jab, missed with it there. How about these two going at it? That's a good jab by her there. Lead hook is good by Rousey. All right, well, the ref is going to step in here and call on the doctor. Her nose does not look like it did at the weigh-in yesterday. We'll see if the doctor stops the fight.
No, it didn't. She's been beat up a little bit. The blood is pouring down her face. But if you look at her spirit, it seems like she still wants to be here. She's not ready to throw in the towel yet.
Well, it looks as though the fight is going to continue. The fans like that. Perhaps she's got to really go for it now, though.
She's got to really go for it. She's going to have to empty the chamber here. She's going to have to empty the gas tank trying to finish this fight.
All right, so coming into the fight, a lot of people talked about her toughness. She's going to have to lean on it here despite the injury. The fight will go on.
Well, she always says she's one of the toughest fighters you'll ever meet. She's going to have an opportunity to prove that now. Because this cut is bad.
Oh, she goes to the ankle. I don't know if she's doing that because you're in the commentator's booth tonight, but you got to appreciate that effort.
Call me entertainment.
Huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain. Bring the cast out. Bring the cast out. Take the foul. The night's over. Watch her ball here. She's got it tight.
Oh, so now she gives up on the submission.
She did, and she did because she saw that she was going to end up in a worse position. Great recognition to give up the submission and maintain her dominant position.
Her ground and pound is downright scary, in constant pursuit of the finish. Might get it here.
She does a really good job of throwing punches with intent. She never just throws just to be throwing. Every punch is meant to land, and every punch is meant to start or finish.
All right, so with some urgency, the cut man making his way into the octagon as she heads back to the stool. That is a nasty cut that she is dealing with. All right, she is back to the stool, but dealing with a really big cut on the bridge of her nose. She has eaten jabs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, she's taken far too many shots.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Well, this fight sold out in a blink, and it is now underway. The rematch between Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes. The odds were long that Ronda would come back, and even longer that when she did come back, she would face the Lioness Amanda Nunes.
And the odds favor Amanda Nunes in a way that we never thought Ronda Rousey would be viewed. So she's got some work to do, because not only is Amanda a dominant fighter, but the profile of Amanda Nunes has been raised much more than it was the first time they fought.
Oh, big knee to the body, man alive! She's gotta keep pressing now. Nicely done. Half guard position for her here, and if you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you gotta pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom, you gotta be trying to find a way to escape that bottom leg. You cannot allow your opponent, you cannot allow her to sit on your leg and just throw big damaging strikes. You've got to make sure you're on an elbow control, underhook, and getting back to your feet.
Rousey's pass attempt denied.
Striking from every position lands a strike from the bottom.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position.
She's so busy because it's working. She's doing a great job of landing those ground strikes.
Nunes getting absolutely worked from the top here on the rope. Going for the arm here. Ooh, she's got the arm locked in tight.
She's got it set up. She's in position now. Great decision there. Maintain position over submission. Very, very smart.
Well, Rousey's back in full mount. Oh, and how about that? They make their way back to the feet. Crowd going crazy. What a moment for these two athletes.
The crowd is losing their mind. While they like the grappling, they love a good stand-up fight.
All right, so Amanda Nunes getting off here again as usual. Really as well-rounded a fighter as we have in the men's or the women's game here in 2020.
Yeah, regardless of gender, right? Regardless of gender, Amanda Nunes stands amongst the best in pound for pound in the entire UFC.
Well, she whiffs on the straight right hand. Just over 2 minutes to go. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Oh, combination striking at its best. Another great sequence out of her there.
She is just throwing everything with so much confidence. Every time she throws, she believes that she is going to land, and to this point, she has done just that.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Nunes gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there. Takedown defense is there.
She's got her back. Look for her to drag her down to the floor and take her into her world.
Rousey going for the body, targeting that area with the kick, but unable to land. Low kick is there. To Nunes' cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Oh! Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. Knee to the body.
Oh, right hand landed. There you go. Oh, my goodness. That one was going to end the fight.
Yep. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Well, her striking has been great tonight, rocked her opponent pretty significantly, but you gotta think there's a little bit of disappointment that she wasn't able to get the finish.
She should be disappointed that she didn't finish the fight. This one looks like it was over. If she gets this opportunity again, she needs to go all out to try to finish the fight.
Rousey gets the takedown late in the round. That's useful. Quick jab. All right, here, final seconds of round one. Well, Rousey's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. Round two straight ahead. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and they better get going on that cut. I would not say it's critical per se, but getting more severe by the moment. Well, no surprise to see her opponent continue to attack that cut on the bridge of her nose.
Nasty cut on the bridge of her nose. She wasn't moving her head, and she is now paying for it. Her opponent now will be even more aggressive in her approach to try and advance the damage to her nose that she's already dealing with.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round two here. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Look at that great work to the body from the clinch.
Oh, she gets inside and gets the single collar tie. Well, Rousey's swelling now around her jaw, so we'll keep an eye on that storyline as this fight continues, but she has absorbed a lot of strikes to the head thus far. Nice punch from the clinch by Nunes. Well, confidence has never been an issue for her, but I'm not sure she's ever been this confident after getting that huge knockdown in the previous round. What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent's still standing.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing.
Big right hand there. Missed on the right hand. All right, so a pretty interesting development here in terms of this fighter's evolution. Just as we saw in the last round, primarily a trouble
here.
Well, Rousey's cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight. Heavy kick downstairs.
No idea how these two women are standing. They're both landing massive shots.
Oh, huge left. Well, not just a high output fight to this point, but a high accuracy fight as well. Both fighters have absorbed a lot of damage thus far.
These two women have both fought so valiantly. They have really laid it out on the line tonight, and it's made for a very fun fight.
Well, Rousey's nose is absolutely mangled at this stage of the fight. I'm no doctor, but I feel pretty convicted in saying that thing is definitely broken, and we might get a ringside physician or a referee to stop this fight here soon. All right, so she landed. Maybe the best shot she's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot. It's been a crazy one. Oh! Huge shots going on right here.
Just over 2 minutes now to go.
She's got the single collar tie.
Oh, nice ankle kick. Great timing, better execution. Man, look at the bruising and the redness starting to appear on the left side of her body there. Not good.
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight. One of the most important strikes from the clinch is this big body shot.
Well, how about Amanda Nunes is striking here tonight? She's not resting on her laurels, right? Continues to up the ante. I'm not sure she's ever looked this good.
I mean, she's never looked this good, but she's building a resume that no one will ever touch. We've talked to people close to Amanda, and they've said that she wants to build a resume so big that it will never be touched.
Submission attempt for her now. Ooh, she's got that in tight. Oh, somehow she gets out.
It was locked in. She somehow survived.
That's really good defensive awareness by the opposition. She's not going to get submitted here. She's trying to pass here, gets denied.
Got denied because she's so aware, so on top of the grappling transition.
All right, so she's able to work her way back to her feet now. Nunes' eyes starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Lands a nice shot from the clinch here.
30 seconds to go in round 2. Well, Rousey's an absolute mess right now. This fight might actually...
Oh, that would hurt finally, yep. She's getting up, yep.
Oh, with authority the body.
Oh, my goodness.
So she holds on to her ankle pick. And the horn sounds on round 2.
Stop.
All right, she heads back to the stool, and she remains confident, but her nose is mangled and severely cut up right now, and Cutman's got his work cut out for him. This fight could end at any moment. All right, things are getting interesting, folks. She is back to the stool, appears to be breathing okay, but a huge cut on the bridge of her nose.
Yeah, when you get cut there, it's hard to breathe. Your mouth starts to go open a little bit, but the blood becomes an issue. She was not locked in defensively, and that punch...
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. I'll get the bonus checks ready as our next round gets underway. This crowd is going sick, and hard to blame them after what they saw in the previous round.
They are going crazy. These two young ladies are putting on a show.
She's going back to that patented straight right hand, unable to connect. Well, the crowd continues to react with every passing land, but if you're the referee or even the corner, somebody's got to get involved, I would think.
Somebody's got to do something.
Oh! Huge right hand! Oh, this one could be over soon. Back to the feet. Oh, she misses with an uppercut. Nice hook lands. Takedown defense holds up. Well, new round, same result as she continues to attack the body. Always busy here in the clinch, lands a nice punch there. Well, we sat down with her on Thursday. She said it's all coming together, and she has put on a striking clinic tonight. Clearly her best performance in the UFC.
The only danger was if her opponent could get her to the ground. Could not, and you saw how well a high-level striker can work whenever she's very comfortable.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Ooh, big shot to the body. And she separates from her opponent.
All right, referee's going to step in here, and you got to think they're going to call on the doctor to look at her nose that looks nothing like it did yesterday at the weigh.
Well, the problem is she's blowing through the nose.
Yeah.
Her mouth is wide open, so now it's starting to swell. She's really struggling.
You got to wave it off, right? Somebody's daughter out there. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
We now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Amanda the Lioness Nunes.
And still UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. There she is, the Lioness, Amanda Nunes. Big celebration is on there from the American Top Team faithful, and why not? Nunes had an arduous training camp leading up to this title defense, but when the lights shine bright, she has a knack for coming through, and it was a championship effort tonight that results in that belt staying in Coconut Creek, Florida.